a real world nutrition problem that I hear about all the time is, how do I eat at McDonald's and stay healthy at the same time? Now, I think I get this question because McDonald's locations are in a lot of places. Hi, my name is John Jaquish. I am a doctor of biomedical engineering. I comment on all things physiology, fitness, and health related. A lot of time I talk about nutrition, and that's what I'm going to be covering today. A real world nutrition problem that I hear about all the time is, how do I eat at McDonald's and stay healthy at the same time? Now, I think I get this question because McDonald's locations are in a lot of places. They do serve edible food. I can confirm that they do that. Not everything there is toxic crap. Most things there are toxic crap. But here's what I do. General comments about nutrition. I take 3 doses of Fortigen a day. It's essential amino acid, so that I basically get the equivalent of 150 grams of protein from that. Very low calorie impact, and I'm getting the best, most usable form of protein in essential amino acids. So basically the proteins are assembled once it's in your body, but the essential amino acids are the amino acids that your body cannot make on their own. The rest of them makes on their own. So that's the best approach to protein. This particular one was originally developed as a treatment for muscle wasting associated with the cancer treatments, both radiation and chemotherapy. So very powerful. And you want that in your diet because you want a high level of protein to ensure that you're replicating cells as proficiently as possible. You're able to synthesize protein for muscular growth, assuming you are training properly and stimulating muscular growth. But you need some real food because the other amino acids have to be made out of something. So you can't just live off of supplements. You need to eat some real food. So when going to McDonald's, what do? Almost everything there is bad for lots of different reasons. The bread it's even worse than regular bread because there's some preservatives in there, and there's glyphosate in the bread because it was sprayed on the wheat grain that was used to make the flour. Ketchup has high fructose corn syrup in it, and you don't want that either. So you don't want ketchup. Not sure if there's anything wrong with their mustard, but I avoid it. Obviously, their fries are currently being cooked in vegetable oil, which I try and avoid, and I think you should try and avoid that too. And plus, it's just starch, so there's like no nutrition value there at all. Yeah, I know they're good, but wait to have a French fry until they go back to cooking them in beef tallow, which they probably will, according to what RFK Jr. has been saying. Now, when you walk into McDonald's, there's a little bit of a problem because some of the staff won't necessarily understand what you're trying to do in eating a high performance type of diet. That's not really what they're used to. And they have a keypad that really just has pictures of the burgers or the fries or whatever else they serve. So they're not always great at deciding what you need based on, you're walking in and you're a low carb eater and you just want the high quality protein. You don't want any of that other stuff. So if they all understood what was going on and you walk in and you say, I just want a stack of beef patties, quarter-pound beef patties, that'd be great. Very often they don't really understand what you're asking. And sometimes they say no because they're lazy or they don't have a button for that. Sometimes they say no because they're just fit shaming. Fit shaming is when somebody is behind a counter at a restaurant, or even I get this at TSA when they're not in shape and they hate people who are in shape, and therefore, when you're traveling with like a supplement in your carry-on, for example, they don't want to let you through with it. They want to force you to throw it away because they just don't like you because you're in shape. It happens. It's unfortunate, and you bump into these people from time to time. So what I tend to do is I say, give me, like a double quarter pounder or maybe 2 of them. So that ends up being a pound because it's 4 quarter pounders with no sauce. So no sauce and no cheese. So basically you get it and then you just throw the bun away and you got 4 beef patties. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're going to say, but the beef patties aren't real beef. It's some chemical crap. That's not true. So McDonald's has been beat up on by the nutrition press for a lot of different reasons. Some of the reasons are justified, but the meat they get is 100% beef. And they put that right in their marketing. And if they put it in their marketing and it was a lie, they would be in trouble. It's not a lie. It really is 100% beef, typically grass-fed for most of its life, maybe corn-fed right before it gets processed and becomes your ground beef, which becomes the burger. So not the worst thing, also not the best thing. It's obviously better to have a grass-fed steaks, but those aren't at airports. And sometimes a McDonald's location is. So I think the go-to is those beef patties. If you're trying to get a little bit leaner than the standard beef patty, which is kind of like 1 gram to 1 gram proportion. Like for every gram of protein, you're getting a gram of fat. If you want to go lower fats, the grilled chicken sandwich, that's another good one. And again, just throw all the vegetables and bun away. And then it's a chicken breast. So can't go wrong with that. And it enables you to be very flexible with your travel and still get in your nutrition. And that's all you need to know for McDonald's. If this video helped you, I want you to subscribe and follow. I'm going to put out videos on a regular basis. I think they're going to help a whole lot of people, especially if you're one of those people that doesn't just instantly grow from lifting regular weights. We've got the answer for you.